everyone, I'm Alanah, welcome to IGN, and today we are talking about Atlus's streaming restrictions on Persona 5. It's been a controversial issue for good reason, and I see both sides of this. So for anyone who hasn't heard, there are basically a bunch of restrictions about the kind of video content you can share or stream surrounding Persona 5, and those restrictions last a really long time and come with pretty heavy penalties. You can have your channel taken down, otherwise you can just have videos removed, flagged, demonetized, and that kind of thing. But it basically seems like Atlus has decided that people should not share things to do with Persona 5 on the internet. So one of the video content rules is that you can't post anything that's over 90 minutes long. That's specifically for YouTubers, and that's not too hard to adhere to. The thing that makes it difficult in a broader sense is that you can't post certain story spoilers, certain boss fights, certain character interactions, basically meaning anyone who is planning to stream this game will have to stop, play through a part, and then start streaming again, lest they have their channel banned. So on one hand, this seems really anti-consumer. It stops people from being able to watch someone else play a game and decide if they want to buy it. It also seems to totally neglect a fundamental part of gaming, which is that we have shared experiences. And one of the things that makes people love games so much is the way that they can talk to other people about those games. And the idea that you are actively stopping people from embracing a community culture surrounding your game seems bizarre and completely out of touch. Twitch is also supporting all of Atlus's restrictions. They tweeted about it and said that that would apply on their service. I understand why they're working with the publisher on that, but it's insane. People are going to talk about spoilers no matter what. And I do think that Atlus should trust that people who don't want to see spoilers and want to experience the story for themselves will not look at those videos. They shouldn't have to implement this kind of pseudo-censorship. But there are two sides to this, and this is something that, as someone who has done Let's Plays and streams myself, I have absolutely never considered before. For story-driven games, having too much coverage of them up online can hurt sales. The creators of That Dragon Cancer, which is a very emotional, very narrative-driven game, posted on thatdragoncancer.com talking about how, after months of the game being released, they had not seen a single dollar from sales, and yet they had had Let's Players, YouTubers, and Twitch streamers complain to them that their videos had been monetized by the person who made the soundtrack for the game. One Let's Player tweeted at the developers and said, "Sucks having someone else making revenue off of my videos," and ultimately the developers behind That Dragon Cancer said, "And so yes, Let's Play person, I agree with you, it does suck to have someone else making revenue off your work." They said, "For a short, relatively linear experience like ours, for millions of viewers, Let's Play recordings of our content satisfy their interest, and they never go on to interact with the game in the personal way that we intended for it to be experienced." And if you compare the millions of views that videos of That Dragon Cancer got compared to their estimated revenue earnings on Steam Spy, you can see a disparity. I mean, there were people who uploaded videos of that game without any commentary, basically letting people watch it as a movie rather than playing the game themselves. Persona is, of course, different to That Dragon Cancer in a bunch of ways. One way being that it's a lot longer, it's a lot more involved in terms of combat, and it is an RPG, so everyone is going to feel like they have a slightly more unique experience with it. But the same idea applies. They don't want anyone to have the story ruined for them and thus not buy it themselves. So I think that there is a happy middle ground here. And I think that that middle ground is not what Atlus is doing. I think that there should be a system in place where streamers and YouTube content creators actually just thank the developers or link out to where people can purchase things. As it stands right now, people really rarely do this. They'll play a game, they'll talk about a game, but very rarely do they say, here's where you can purchase this game, here's where you can show the developers your support, here's where you can find out more information about it on Atlus's site or on a Persona website. And I definitely think that there are things to be said about trying to keep story spoilers out of certain content, or at the very least label things correctly. Make people know that there's going to be story spoilers in the content that you're posting so that they don't have things ruined for them, and in some cases, a huge spoiler could lead someone to never buying a certain game. I basically agree with what was written on the That Dragon Cancer blog, which is, if a fraction of those who viewed a Let's Play or a Twitch stream of our game left us a $1 tip on our website, which is less than the cost of renting a movie, we would have the available funds to continue to work and create for the benefit of the gaming and the Let's Play community. And I 100% agree with that, especially when it comes to indie developers. In synopsis, I think Atlus handled this poorly, but I think that there is a point to be made for the way that we share video content online and the way that we consume Let's Plays and Twitch streams. But I do also think that people need to be mindful that if they're doing a Let's Play of something, they're kind of only creating half of the content. The dev made the other half, the Let's Player is recording things, making commentary that's funny, doing funny edits. There is, 50% here. It's a balance, and I don't think that's something that we really discuss all that often. But of course, that is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. This is IGN, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!